You're now going to hear from a young man, probably one of the most aspiring, one of the brightest young brains we have in this country. I want you to put your hands together and welcome what I would term to be one of our young celebrities in the country when it comes to economics and politics and the exposure of things. Mr. Kemar, Mr. Kemar, Mr. Kemar, I can't hear you. All right.
Good afternoon, Barbadians. I want to say how happy I am to be in Independence Square, the home of the father of independence. And I started on the premise of independence because independence, as we know it, has come to an abrupt end, not by any choice of patriotism, but by the choice of one person who aspires to be a dictator in this country. And this one person has forcibly taken Barbados into a Republican status without consultation of Barbadians when we were in lockdown during COVID. They invited us out for one day and then they locked us back up the next. All types of persons were invited from around the world in the midst of a pandemic, when Barbadians had their rights taken away, but persons could have been invited into this country for a celebration that had nothing to do with Barbadians, but that of one person's ambitions. This country, Barbados, is facing its most draconian exercise ever in the history of politics all over the world, where we were faced with a cybercrime bill. A bill which says that if a person is insulted or if they feel hurt, that the police can come and take your devices and demand that you enter your password and other information so that they can have access. But what we need to notice is that this bill is there to protect politicians, to protect them from the criticisms of the people, because they know that they are not righteous. If they were righteous, there would be no need to govern down a society like this. This bill is taking Barbados into some realms, getting us involved with organizations and countries around the world who may not have the best practices in terms of human rights and treating their peoples. And we need to pay attention not only to the cybercrime bill, but for this mutual assistance in criminal matters bill, which focuses specifically on the computer. Because that bill allows us to sign on to the Budapest Convention, but the old bill spoke to the powers under a Commonwealth country. So Barbados already had mutual assistance with Commonwealth countries, but this new bill allows other countries in further Europe and abroad for Barbados and Barbadians information to be shared with these international agencies. What they are not telling us is that there's a component in this bill which speaks to politics, and that the controlling authority, who's the Attorney General of Barbados, a political actor by nature. The Attorney General has powers to determine confidentiality on any extradition request as it relates to the cybercrime bill, which means that if you're in America or any other country, they can take you out of that country and bring you into Barbados if your crime is of a political nature and demand confidentiality on it. So when they snatch you up and bring you in the dark light, do you believe that your safety will be a priority? Do you believe that the police and the courts, who are supported by an Attorney General who's political, will have your best interests at heart? These bills are set up to bring political witch hunts on people like myself, Caswell Franklin, And I dare say that this cybercrime bill is directly targeted at the Marcel show to stop us from bringing the truth to the people of this country. So come Monday, I want all of you to watch the Joint Select Committee of Parliament, because we will be going to the Parliament of this country to represent Barbadians against the injustice of both of these bills, the cybercrime bill and the mutual assistance bill. We will be there. And I will say to you all, Barbadians, do not let up, because if we slip, democracy as we know it is at its end. And if we do not stand up, this will be the enforcement of a modern day slave society led by a wannabe king. So I will say to you, Barbadians, that the reign of kings are over, and the reign of kings will forever be over. And we will not be the first country in this modern world to resurrect any king off its deathbed. So Barbadians, I urge you to stand up against this cybercrime bill, stand up against surveillance, and to let the government know that they will not be allowed to spy on us legally, barge into our homes and trample our rights, take our private devices and private information and trade it for money. We are not stock to be sold. We are not cattle to be sold. We have a country and a people to take care of, and we will ably do so, ably supported by our Lord in heaven, and not any devils in other places. So, Barbadians, as a country that has taken its Republican status by force, don't mind I call all of you independence children. The spirit of independence and being independent minded will see all of us coming through on the other side and much better for it. So I say to you, Barbadians, long live independence. Long live freedom of speech. Long live freedom of association. And long live Barbados. Thank you very much.